Hey guys, welcome to Sketch a Day. I'm back, Spencer. We're here. It's actually late at night, 11 p.m. That's how much I love you. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and answer a question that I got. I invited some of you to submit some questions or tell me what you wanted to see. And one of those questions was about beginning techniques if you're drawing with a pen. So we're gonna focus on that. But before we begin, I want you to head over to Instagram. If you're not following me yet, go follow me there at sketchaday.com. Also, sign up for my newsletter at sketchaday.com/newsletter. Why would you do that? Well, first of all, you get a free downloadable that has some awesome sketch tips from my life experience, as well as a step-by-step demo. I talk about materials and all that good stuff. So that's in that free guide. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to hit subscribe, turn on those alerts, because then you'll know when I post my videos. I'm hoping to get a few out every week. And you know, life happens, so you don't want to miss that. Turn on those alerts. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have here with me a couple markers, pens. I've got just a simple Sharpie and a Papermate Flair. And the first thing I want to cover is something that I've gone over before, but is very important. That is warming up. So if I'm going to draw with a pen, I want to make sure that my muscles are ready, that my brain's ready. It's like you wouldn't go run a marathon without warming up, right? Same idea. So I can pick 2 points on this paper, and I want you to observe. So the first thing is warming up, but the second thing, and all of this is going to happen kind of quickly, is how I hold my pen. So if you notice, I'm holding my pen about halfway up the barrel. Here it is on the overhead, about halfway up the barrel. And the reason for that is if I do this, based on how I'm looking at my paper, I can actually see where I'm drawing. It makes it a lot easier than if I were holding it close to the tip, like when I write. This isn't really ideal for drawing because from my vantage point, I can't really see where I want to put my line. So moving my hand up the barrel helps a little bit. So the first thing, number 1, warm up. Number 2, watch how you hold your pen. Okay, and number 3 is going to be something called ghosting. Now you might be thinking, hey, he's texting someone, he's going to stop now. Not that kind of ghosting. I'm talking about hovering over the paper until you feel confident enough to execute on that stroke. So here I'm hovering over the paper, and then when I'm ready, I can draw my line. And the idea is that if you are warmed up, you should be able to draw a fairly straight line. Now with that, how I'm drawing matters as well. So I'm holding my pen a certain way. I'm also drawing with my shoulder and my elbow. So these are my points of articulation. My elbow, there we go, my elbow and my shoulder. I'm not really trying to move my wrist. And that's going to help me get a cleaner line, especially if you're drawing with a pen. This is really important. So how you hold your pen, warm up, draw with your shoulder, lock that wrist, okay? So drawing lines is one way I like to warm up. The other way is drawing circles, ellipses, but the idea is the same. You ghost over the paper, hover, and when you feel comfortable, then execute on those lines, okay? And then you'll get the shape, line, circle, whatever it is you want to get. Now, of course, this takes practice. In my case, I've been doing this for years and years and years, and even then, my drawings aren't perfect. I'm hoping to just give you some of that energy so that you'll want to go draw and try and be better than me. That's my goal. Now, those are a couple tips. The next is also really important. How fast you draw matters as well. You don't want to go too fast so that you've completely lost control, and you don't want to go too slow so that your lines are jittery. So let me show you what I mean. If I'm drawing a line here and I go really slow, you'll notice that there are a couple points of undulation or where my line isn't quite straight. Okay, if I were to take a ruler and hold up to this, I don't have a ruler because I really don't use tools, but I can observe and notice that there's some undulation. But if I draw faster, you know, the entire line might have some curve to it because of how I draw, but it's less likely that in the time I draw my line very quickly that I'm going to have those mistakes. So that's with the Papermate Flair. Do the same thing with my Sharpie here. Okay, so that's another thing you can do. Drawing with my shoulder, my elbow, using the Sharpie. But the faster I go, the less likely it is that I'll have, and you can see them again, these little wavy lines. Now, sometimes that's useful. For example, if I'm sketching a house in a more architectural landscape style, I just completed a project for an outdoor space and intentionally was drawing a little slower so that I could create that effect in my drawing. What I mean is, sometimes you'll see in architecture or landscape drawing kind of a multiple line application here where things are intentionally a little bit wavy. For product design or my illustrations, I tend not to do that, but rather focus on speed. So those are a few tips. So again, warm up, watch how you hold your pen, draw with your shoulder and your elbow, ghost those lines in, go fast, okay? Because that's gonna all work together to help out your pen drawings. Well, thanks for joining me for this quick tip video on Sketch-A-Day. I'm having so much fun. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do love you guys, and I'm always blown away by the support, the comments, and all of that. And if you're looking for other ways to support me, again, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to that newsletter, turn on updates, and subscribe to my channel here. But more importantly, figure out ways to give back, whether that's by telling someone about this channel or taking the things you learn and sharing them with other people. I'm a big believer in sharing what I know. And I hope that as you guys learn stuff, that you will in turn go and share that with other people. Well, thanks again, and we'll see you next time right here on Sketch-A-Day.